there we go.
All right. All right, welcome. I'm Ty Davis, Manager of Technical Marketing here for the Portfolio Group Conversation. Thank you for all joining us this morning, afternoon, evening. Let's go ahead and we'll get going on questions. But first, I do think if you've reviewed the deck or if you watched the video, I want to point out that we are just excited to have Harsh, our new VP of Portfolio Marketing, here with us. Just want to call that out because I think it's important. Very excited to have him coming in and building out or enhancing our strategy as we go forward. First, I'll have the first question if you want to go ahead and verbalize it, even though William's answered it. If William, you want to go in and answer that as well.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Nuritsi, and I'm the Senior Open Source Program Manager here at GitLab. I see that, yeah, William, you've already started to answer, but my question is around, I was looking through the slide deck and saw that there are some updates happening soon to or in progress for the DevOps tool comparison page, and I'm excited about that. One of the things that I think that GitHub does really well is lay out their pricing page in a way that right there and then as you're making the decision to purchase or to sign up, to explain the different features that come with each level and what those features are for, what the value is, etc. And I know we've been playing a lot with our pricing page. So I guess it's almost a two-part question. The first one was, is it within this team's purview to make changes there? And then also, is any kind of update on the roadmap, especially because I think that we've started to do a better job of showing which features come with each tier. And I'm not sure that we really are able to explain yet what the features are and what the value is to the customer. So yeah, would love to have some insight there.
Great question, Nuritsi. And before I chat about pricing, I do just want to give a shout out to the comparison page update, which you also called out. And Lita Bell is leading that effort with a ton of people involved, the web team, product marketing, technical marketing, product management, and more folks that I can even call out right now. But we are very excited about that effort. That is an old section of the website that's been a long time in coming for an update. So very excited about that, and a lot of people working very hard on that comparison update section. Then in regards to pricing, I have linked some pages in the handbook and on our website in the notes doc. In particular, if you look at our pricing strategy page, Sid, as our CEO, is the DRI for pricing. And of course, there are several other folks that collaborate and contribute regularly to pricing. Within that realm, our marketing DRI for pricing is Samya. And Samya has been working directly with Sid, with product management, with Michael and our web team on iterations on the pricing page. And in particular, a concept called themes, which I'm personally very excited about. And Samya, I see you're on the call. Do you want to chat just a little bit about themes or any of the upcoming updates?
Sure. Thanks for asking, Nuritsi. And I think it's a very valid question. We've been iterating on that. I think we're looking at about 4 to 5 phases of doing this. The first phase was we actually consolidated the features on the pricing page itself. So if you look at it right now, earlier we used to call out a bunch of features. Now it's consolidated in 4 to 5 themes, every single tier, and then you can expand those themes and you get individual features within those as well. In a subsequent iteration, we're going to have, so we already have something called a Y Premium and Y Ultimate pages, but we're going to improvise that a little bit more, tying them to themes as well as our value drivers, so that we can actually consolidate the features into these themes, specific themes, and also talk about the value that those themes provide to the customer in terms of our value drivers. So that's in an upcoming iteration in the next couple of weeks or so. So we're working with the marketing team for the design aspects of it, but that iteration is not yet started.
Okay, that's great to hear. Is there a specific issue that I can chime in on? Because I think that is fantastic. And the piece that I'm not sure is being covered in that iteration you mentioned would be explaining what the feature is and the value. Because yeah, like some people may just not be familiar with the terms or what we specifically refer to as features. And so there's almost like a user education piece missing of like assuming just that people know the terms. So
I will point you to that, but I
Perfect.
also
Thank you.
encourage you to look at the Y Premium and Y Ultimate pages where the features have the descriptions and they're already actually today tied to the value drivers. But we're going to expand that even more to tie those to the themes as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think the direct link would be pricing page to those because I know that it does exist. Awesome. Thank you so much. I do have the next question as well. I was very curious as I was looking through the doc. On slide number 15, there are a lot of presentations and workshops and things that the team has been up to. And I was wondering if those are available in a single location where people can find them and reuse them. And by that, I mean the actual assets themselves, not necessarily the recordings, but the presentations and kind of more as a way to train the trainer or, like empower more of us here at GitLab to use those same materials to keep doing outreach.
Yeah, so I'll answer it. So that slide's technical marketing, so that's my team. So technical marketing, it varies on the type of workshop that it is, the type of presentation. So the first answer is we're trying to move to about.gitlab.com/learn as being a central location. Right now, it's putting all the resources, not just with technical marketing, but bringing in resources from professional services, from the LXP team, from every different team, enablement, and having that in one central location. If you go to that site, you'll see that it just actually got a new revision last night. I just pushed out that changes, but there's a central location as you scroll down that has all the different resources available for specifically on tech marketing. With like workshops, we have our groups and our projects that you can pull from those if it's specific to that, where you can see the different instructions and setup there. We're now moving those workshops onto Edcast, and so it's going to be readily available on Edcast for someone to go through to learn, step by step how to do those. If you're looking for, you mentioned assets in terms of, do you just want to have that asset to just have them yourself or to push out? What was?
Yeah. So to clarify my question, I meant that since I'm part of the community relations team, we oftentimes go to events and put on workshops, give presentations, etc. And so I know that they exist on our website, but being able to empower people like me to know how to give a similar presentation elsewhere or a workshop based on the material. So I think that it would be kind of a dual effort of both making the assets like the presentation slides or the demos available, and then maybe doing some sort of training sessions to help others be able to do it as well.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. And so with the workshops that you have here, at least the advanced workshops, that was first internally given to SAs and TAMs. So it was a training that technical marketing gave to those groups. And so that's something that we can obviously give to you as well. I'll send you some information. Right now, we've moved to an async model where you go through the workshops and we have open office hours with our team. And then you come with your questions if you're getting stuck on the workshop or if you just want more clarification. So I can push you that information.
Okay, yeah, and my question was not so much for individuals, but more so for the wider team. So my suggestion would be to think about this in terms of like having a single, I know the developer evangelism team, for example, has an asset library. So there maybe there's a way to combine that, or maybe that's already being used, but to look for ways like that so that there's a single place that people can go to try to find all the presentations or materials they might want to find. So
Okay. Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, I have the next one. Like I want to know, well, how do you determine what's a competitor versus a partner? Because this tech industry is moving so fast. There's new companies coming up every day. So how do you figure that out?
Lauren, I think this is a wonderful question. And I will say that every tech company that I have been at has had this challenge of what we call cooperation, where there's always some amount of overlap. So there are areas where you can partner. And then usually there's some area of capability or product offering that has some type of competitive overlap where a potential joint customer would choose between your solution or your partner's solution. So that to say is it's not clean and it is quite messy. And I am very happy that at GitLab, we have a very strong and talented alliances team. And so our alliances team manages our technology partners. They have a list of official technology partners. And I've linked to that. That's an internal document, but I've linked to that in the notes of the doc. One thing that I will say in terms of our web efforts and in terms of our marketing of GitLab compared to other solutions and other technologies, which is something that resides within portfolio marketing, is that there's been variable names for a section of our website that has been called both the competitive section of our website and the comparison section. And I would say that I highly favor calling it a comparison section. And this is something that we're trying to standardize as nomenclature, that we don't want to have a competitive section of our website and treat everybody like competitors, but this is really a comparison section. And you could see GitLab compared to a competitor that's maybe just a competitor that we don't partner with at all, but it's just comparing those tools in a fair way. It's not trying to put a slant on it, or, one thing that we do that's very unique is we'll even show features that our competitors have that we're missing, that a lot of other folks don't do. And so the idea is that those pages, whether it's a full-on competitor that we don't partner with, or whether it's a partner and we're just comparing the technologies, that's just a fair representation. And so it's just a comparison page. It's kind of part of our effort there. I see that Alita's on the call. Alita, I don't want to put you too much on the spot, but I was wondering if you wanted to share any of your kind of thoughts on, our type of analysis or our comparisons and how we work with our partnerships.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, William. There is a challenge, as you said, Lauren. We have those that are partners and those who are competitors, and how do we figure all that out? One of the issues that we have when we're trying to figure out is whatever content that we don't put on the site that's public facing, as far as when we're generating analysis to help identify why customers should choose GitLab over a competitor, where do we put that content, right? So that's one of the other things that we're trying to figure out today. But no, I think William hit the nail on the head when he explained kind of some of the things we're working through and the challenges we had.
Super interesting. Excited to see how we evolve through this year. It's going to be really exciting.
So, all right, Joey, the next question.
Yeah, I was also drawn to slide number 15, and this question makes an assumption that we are targeting our events towards either existing customers or non-existing customers, land or expand. So first, is that assumption correct? And then if it is, how do we decide what's our ratio of going after net new customers versus existing expand opportunities?
Yeah, so I think this is a larger question too. That's not just on slide 15. I think it a lot of those decisions as well involve different marketing teams. So for slide 15, in terms of the presentations and workshops and events, this is something that the technical marketing team helps supports, and whether it's corporate marketing, if it's demand gen, if it's field marketing, ABA team. So a lot of these events are things that they've determined that are part of their land and expand, and maybe specific to their, like ABM, and maybe specific to expanding. And so tech marketing supporting that, and that we're being there for technical, not support, but we're actually presenting, a technical demo or talking to those customers. So when we list those on slide 15, those are from the participation with like events and some presentations. Now workshops, those are things that we work with, like customer success, in terms of, first it was an internal enablement, and now we on technical determined that these advanced workshops are something that could be more of a land approach, in terms of getting people, they want to get educated on how to be a better, use GitLab better. So that's how we approach it with those workshops that we are creating, and we have our own goal of bringing in more prospects. So I think, and William, you can chime in on this as well, but deciding which event should be targeted, it's not necessarily just our team. That's something that,
right.
Field marketing, corporate marketing, they're all determining based on their evaluation of what's best.
Okay, that's fair. Figured this might have been directed perhaps at the wrong audience, and that you all are supporting the events, creating the content, but field marketing, would you say the decision lies there, or is it truly kind of a toss up between corporate and field?
Well, so there's a lot of different teams that make a lot of difference. So corporate marketing is going to be making, for events, they're going to be doing the large events, AWS, Google Next. Field marketing is going to do the next tier down. They're going to be making decisions on those events. That's event wise. Now you have demand gen, you have inbound marketing that are all making decisions as well. And if anyone, I don't know if anyone from those teams are here, if they want to chime in on how their teams make decisions specific to, trying to look through the list here, determining how they go about it. This is a large discussion that involves a lot of different teams. No.
Yeah, I'll also just chime in to say that Joe, I think that this is asking about how we target our marketing efforts to our users is kind of like the breadth of this question. And to Ty's point, this is like all of marketing. And I would say, if you look at any of the marketing key meetings, you can kind of see what our targets are for the leads that we're trying to generate, the MQLs, we're trying to qualify those, the SAOs that we're trying to pass over in that entire pipeline that we're trying to generate. And then segmented by region, segmented by new business, existing customer, upsell, add-on, et cetera. So all of that is a mix into the discussion. And some of the answer is that individual DRIs will own their metrics. So for example, Brian and I just had a call yesterday with Matt Wynn, and we were talking about some advertising campaigns. And Matt's budget is based on the demand he's trying to generate. But this is the same for campaign managers that are managing campaigns on the campaigns team. This is the same for field marketing managers that they're trying to hit their number. And so when you look at teams like portfolio marketing, really our function is working across several of those marketing efforts. And so it could be supporting content like, Ty's initiative and all the content linked there on slide 15. It could be as part of go-to-market motions. So we have 3 go-to-market motion teams, and each of those teams have product marketing managers and technical marketing managers that are part of those teams. And those teams really do collaborate on all of the efforts of those teams. So it's not just the PMM who does the messaging all by themselves and the positioning and the personas. That's a collaborative effort from the team. And similarly, the campaign manager owns the campaign strategy, but the team is collaborating on that. So a great question, a very, very large one. And I think that hopefully that shows how this team kind of interfaces with some of the rest of marketing.
Yeah, it does. And it's something that I could perhaps bring up on a wider marketing group call, but thanks for the responses, William and Ty. Hans, you've got the next question.
Yeah, it's more of a tactical question. A lot of the EUA customers look for a comparison. We don't have it live on our website anymore, starter versus premium. But I understand why it wouldn't be on the website. It was also already answered, so I don't think we need to go into it on the call. Just on a separate point, slide 16, very happy and well done, Fiona, for getting my customer Lely Agriculture Automation Technology Company onto the reference page. It's awesome.
And Hans, for the sake of the folks on the live stream or YouTube that don't have access to the doc, if you can verbalize your question and then Samia can verbalize her answer.
Oh, sure. Okay, no problem. So the context is that a lot of EUA customers are looking for what the difference is between premium and what they previously used, but we no longer have this live on our website. So I was just wondering if it was possible to maintain a page for starter or premium, because there's a lot of EUA conversations happening. And at the moment, sales need to manually put together comparisons or try to find various links to piece together the overview that the customer is looking for.
Yeah, so this is Soumya here. So we have a document page which we put together, which can be shared with customers. So all the features mentioned on that page are actually now moved to premium. For internal consumption, we also have an Excel, which I will link over here as well, which sales can easily use. It was part of the sales enablement FAQ that we shared with the sales teams, but I'm going to link that here as well. So that Excel sheet actually, Google Sheet actually does a one-to-one comparison between starter and premium, if that's what you're looking for, Hans. So I'm going to link that here.
That's perfect. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions that we might have for the portfolio marketing team? One more second. With that, I appreciate everyone.
I have a question.
Okay.
Harsh, you've recently joined as our VP of Portfolio and Product Marketing. I'm kind of curious if you could just talk a little bit about what drew you to GitLab.
Sorry, repeat the last part again.
What drew you to GitLab? What made you want to come and join our team?
Yeah, that's a great question. So obviously, I've had a chance to watch GitLab from afar for quite a few years, and I had tremendous amounts of admiration and respect for not just the growth in terms of going after a very large addressable market, but also the ability to build a fully formed company of talented people, building an actual operating system based on values and culture, and seeing that through year over year. It's a fascinating benchmark for a lot of other companies out there. I know the handbook first culture is well known. GitLab is known for that, and we do have a certain reputation being fully remote. But even for companies that are not remote, there are so many different things that we do that come through in how we operate and how we scale that could be easily emulated. So for some of those reasons, I was a big admirer, and when the opportunity came about, I just had to jump on it.
All right. All right, well, I appreciate everyone joining it. Just make sure you step. Where'd Harsh go?
I'm still on the call.
Yes, sir. Okay. Everyone got real quiet real quick. So appreciate that, Harsh. Appreciate everyone joining the portfolio marketing group conversation, and have a wonderful day or evening, whatever it might be. Thank you so much.